Hey, what's up guys, Captain Jack here, and we're back on ATS, American Truck Sim. I was going to go back to ATS 2 again this week, but I decided to hit ATS because there's been some mod updates on ATS 2 to compatibilize everything with, and yes, I did just make that word up, to get everything up to 1.24, which is what ATS 2 is on now. But some stuff is still broken. A lot of trailer mods aren't working because of the advanced coupling. People aren't just not being able to get their mods to work properly with it. So I think SCS gone done screwed up a little bit there, and may need to release some more notes telling the mod authors exactly what it is they've changed, because I mean, even Jazzy Cats, who's been making trailer packs, both AI and drivable, for ATS 2 since not long after it first came out, I think, if I remember rightly. So even he's having trouble getting his mods to work. He's got all his AI trailers or AI trailer mods up to date now, but just not having it. Also, I'm kind of waiting for Pro mods to update. I think the one that we're waiting for now is 2.0.3 or 2.03. I think, if I remember rightly, and that's got a whole lot of new stuff in it, including some awesome new roads in Iceland, which I can't wait to drive. And yeah, so I'm waiting for that as well. So when all that is sort of done, I think I might then go back to ATS 2. But moving on, back to ATS. If you remember rightly, last episode we leveled up to level 6, which means there's going to be a hell of a lot of new unlocks now. We've got a fair old bit of cash saved up there, so we'll be able to stick a few things on the truck. We're finally going to be able to do some stuff to this truck. I don't have any mods added yet. I haven't had a good chance to look through them for the add-ons like roof bars and lights, and because there's no beacons, there's no air horns, there's no like cabin accessories. You're really limited to what you can do to trucks as standard in the game. And there are a lot of mods that came out very quickly after the game came out that give you a lot of that stuff back finally. But the problem is that we are right up there, so we're going to come down here. Yeah, the problem is that some of them are not priced right. Which means that when you go to, buy them, they're suddenly worth a whole lot less than they should be. And I want to play the game as realistically as possible. I don't want to go and get horns that should cost $3 or $4 grand and have them be like $1 in-game dollar. I want them to be their correct price, basically. Or as correct as it's possible for them to be. Wow, the braking is set quite high, isn't it? I really need to turn that down a little bit, I think. So yeah, that's my point, is that I haven't gone to I haven't had a proper look yet and found mods that I really want to incorporate. But I know that there are a lot around, and there are a lot that bring stuff into the game and keep it at a more realistic price. So those are the ones I'll be getting. And then there'll be even more stuff we'll be able to do to the truck. But for the time being, I'm thinking more about, I'm pretty sure there's an engine upgrade we can get. I mean, it doesn't give you much more power, but considering how much we struggle even with basic trailers, I think an engine upgrade is definitely on the cards. Gearbox I'm not too massively fussed about. Most of the ones in the game are 10 gears, and I'm not really that fussed about having a retarder, to be honest. Is it in there? No, it's not in there. That's a depot that we can buy. Yeah, I'm not massively fussed about a retarder because I don't actually use them. I don't have a spare button on my controller for one. I don't want to have to keep reaching over to the keyboard constantly. Which, as you might imagine, is pretty annoying. Yeah, I definitely need to turn the braking down. Right, let's enter here and I'll do that in a sec. Let's service. Right. Let's quickly get those little repairs done. There we go. Right. Then we want upgrade shop. So, upgrade-wise, so we've got no more cabins, not till we get to level 10. So that's like our next goal now is level 10. But we do get the new chassis, which gives us a much bigger fuel tank, which is going to be really helpful. Really, really helpful. I don't have to keep running out of fuel all the time, especially with like coast to coast the Mexiscan that I'm using. There's some big distances between fuel stops. So I think we'll have that. And then we'll have... Oh, see that is a very nice engine. And the power increase is actually substantial, but that is our total. We've got 46. That alone is 47. As I said, I don't really care too much about the gearboxes, and I certainly don't want to go to a 13 speed. I don't need 13 gears. Prestige interior. Don't need any other interior. By the time we get to level 10, we'll probably have a nice amount of money, so that'll be fine. Red is a good colour for a truck. Probably not that. I mean, it's very nice, but I don't know. I think I might get some actual truck skins to use. I've still been meaning to get one made, to be honest with you. I really need to do that. But for now, let's have a little front bull bar, shall we? Let's go proper tacky truck. Not having that though. Not until we've got a full cab on. I'm not just having that stupid thing up there because it'll look ridiculous. So that was literally it. Wow, I really thought there was more. We're gonna have the white mud flaps because they look much nicer. Yeah, I really thought I unlocked more at level 10. I mean, I know I don't want those. Oh, here we go. Look, coloured bumper. Got the bull bar. No, I don't want a deflector. What else have we got? We've got handles. We've got the ones on. I've got trim. Nothing there from until level 7. Coloured mirrors. Yeah, we want that. Don't want a plate. We'll have a little sun shield. Wow, we're already up to 26 grand. And we can't do anything there till level 8. So by level 10, we'll have a bit more stuff ready for aesthetics. Wheel-wise, standard, seagull. I mean, I suppose I could upgrade the wheels. Why not, eh? Why not? Let's go for an upgrade on the wheels. We can put caps on, or we can have... Ooh, chrome caps. Ooh. Let's go with chrome caps. Standard hub. And... do we want a hub cover? No, we don't want a hub cover. Let's go... standard. Then we'll have chrome caps. No hub and no hub cover. And then we'll go... oh, no, I actually want the wheel part. Standard. Chrome caps. And no to the rest. And tyres. Oh, yeah, let's go for the Roadmasters. Why not, eh? They look nice. We'll make our truck look nice. So, there we go. I'm not sure if I actually like that being on there, you know. I think it actually looks nicer without it. So we're going to go without it. That's 31 grand. I am more than likely going to go and take another loan. I don't really want to do that. I know engine upgrade is more important than aesthetics, but I would have been in debt anyway. And this still leaves me cash to get fuel on the road. Let's go back in here quickly. So 20 grand for the chassis. Another 47. So it's 67, 68 grand basically. Call it 70 just to round it up. I need 70 grand to upgrade engine and chassis, which is a bit more than I have right now. So I don't know. Let's have a quick look at the bank. Got some hard choices here. We've still got 90 grand left to repay on that loan. We can take a massive loan. I don't really want to be doing that yet though. We could take 50. We're certainly making enough money at the moment that we could afford to repay 50. Then we can get all the parts that we need. Actually, no, then we still won't get all the parts we need. We probably need 100, to be honest. I don't really want to be paying back 200 grand though. Well, we'll leave it for now. We'll try and make as much money as we can. We'll get that amount up to, say, I don't know. We'll get it as close to 70,000 as we can. Our profit over the last 7 days is 74 grand. So it's going to take us 7 in-game days-ish to make the money we need. That's not exactly a long time. Then we can upgrade the truck. We'll probably be at a high level then, so there'll be more stuff we can do. So for now, let's just get on with the job market. So if you remember last time, we were trying to work our way south. So we're going to look for things that are going to take us. Helps if you actually click on Boise. That goes back round the top. We don't want that. That heads in nearly the right direction. That doesn't. That doesn't. That really does. That takes us right to Arizona where we want to be. I don't think... Oh, wow, look at that donut. I don't think we're going to get any better than that. I think that's exactly where we want to be. We're taking... That's a 1,000 mile trip. So that's going to mean a massive cut down. Lots of fuel stops. But it gets us $20,000. And it gets us basically into Arizona. Well, straight into Arizona, right where we want to be. I don't know what Fliegel semi times 3 beton row here is. But it's 14 tons anyway. So let's go for that one. This journey will soon take a hell of a lot longer. If you haven't heard and didn't know, soon-ish, we don't have a time scale yet, but soon-ish, SCS will be updating the ATS map, because what they're going to do is they're going to change the scaling of it to make the map bigger, so that it takes longer to do journeys, so that it's, you know, so that it's a bit more fun, so that the small map that we have, a small official map that we have from them currently, takes a little bit longer to drive with. It's a smart idea, and oh damn, I was supposed to sleep. I will sleep on the way. We've got plenty of time. Yeah, so they're going to be expanding the map. Tick job. We'll sleep and we'll get fuel on the way out of town. Oh, there's the donut. So yeah, they're expanding the map. We're not expanding it, but they're rescaling it so that it is bigger, basically. So it feels bigger, while not actually being made bigger. I do not have a clue what my braking level is set to, but it's ridiculously high. I'm still not using advanced coupling, by the way, because none of the trailer mods I use in this game have been updated for it. Well, let's see what the braking is like now. Yeah, still way too high. Let's quickly have a change on that. Gameplay, I believe. Braking. Just rain probability. Braking intensity. Oh, I can come way down to about there. Maybe tiny bit more. And then I want steering speed because that's a tiny bit slow. I think that's in controls. Steering sensitivity is going to go up just a tiny bit. Hopefully those changes will help. Oh, and there's a horn mod I found that gives you a proper truck sounding horn instead of that sad little rubbish horn. Wow, this is some weight on here. This is where the engine and chassis upgrade would have been really handy. So we've got fuel, which we'll be going past on the way out of town. Rest is back that way. Do we have a rest nearby? There's no rest stop there. No rest stop there. The nearest one is Jackpot. That's quite far. I think we're going to have to rest up before we leave town. We'll go back into there. Thanks for waiting, buddy. Oh, yeah. That was close. I want to come in from a bit of a funny angle so that I can reverse out in a better way. Right, let's turn the engine off and let's quickly sleep. This is going to be a hell of a long journey, and I'm more than likely going to have to split this video in half, I think, if I can't cut it all out. But fingers crossed it's all fine. I'm sure it will be. Watch the building. I don't know how close we are, but I'm thinking very. Right. On with the journey. We've got to be there. Well, we're scheduled to be there by about Wednesday, 8 p.m. 8 a.m. That's expected. We've got 42 hours. So it's expected Wednesday 2 p.m. to Wednesday 8:50 p.m. and we're going to be there Wednesday 6 a.m. That means I can't do any more stops. But I shouldn't need to, actually. Only for fuel. I shouldn't have to do another rest now. I'm grabbing fuel on the way out of town. Engine off, and let's refuel. 150 gallons. I'll have to see how much we use. Hopefully not too much. But let's get on with the journey. So, yeah, I was talking about SCS's rescaling. As well as the rescale, because that's going to mess with the time zones, or the time of day and all that. They are actually adjusting all of the time of day and time of night so that it's scaled properly to like the amount of miles you can travel in a day. So it's a bit more real life realistic. Also, they will be. Thanks for pulling over and letting me out. Also, they will be changing the amount of time that your driver has to rest. So, like, there will be less time between rest points, basically. He'll be able to last a lot longer. So you'll be able to get more driving done between rest points. Because at the moment, it is a little bit OP. You are having to rest a little bit too often. You watch in about 10 minutes. The little bed symbol will be half full again. But I don't know. I now no longer have the time to take another rest stop on this journey. I mean, I might be able to squeeze one in if I'm quite quick with the actual journey. But it's unlikely that I will be able to get another one in. and not be late. Or very, very close to late. 27 hours left. We've got... Oh, we've done 3,100 miles in this truck already. Wow. We've got 1,000, just over 1,000 miles left. It's almost like a Top Gear drive, isn't it? And I'm only getting 39 miles an hour out of this thing. And it's a 70. I don't think I'm going to make it in time. I didn't realise this was such a heavy weight. I'd have thought 17 tons was nothing for a truck like this. Even my truck that's not really got much in the way of upgrades. 17 tons isn't really a big thing. Well, I was starting to get a bit more speed up now. It must be because I was in gear 10. Just wasn't enough get up and go for the gear I was in. So we've got 50 now. Come on, truck, you can do it. God only knows what this thing's going to be like on gradients. But hopefully not too bad. It's quite a windy road, this. Nice flat open terrain. You don't feel like you're just not on one little road. You actually feel like this has been laid out a little bit with some thought. Even though just over that little hump in front of me there is no more map. But it's nice to give the illusion of space. You don't want just a thin little road that's got nothing either side of it and is all blocked off. Like that road down from Calgary, which was a pain. Still at 50. Come on, truck. I think if I down gear anymore, I'm going to over rev it too much. Ah well. We'll get there. Don't you worry, we'll get there. It's, what? 3:44 in the morning? And that's Tuesday morning. So it's... If the ETA is 5 AM on Wednesday, and it's nearly 4 AM on Tuesday, we have a day of driving, yeah. So, that's not too bad. At least it counts down one of those 7 days. And 20 grand is a nice amount of money. Though for a 1,000-mile journey, I mean on ETS2, you get 20 grand for doing like a 300-400 mile journey. And that's at like the higher levels though. I don't know. I'm sure it doesn't seem right only getting 20 grand for 1,000 miles. But then I guess the jobs don't take into account that you're travelling such a massive distance in that way. They don't see it and think, oh, that's just a ridiculously long distance journey. Let's give them extra cash. Plus I think there's a limit to how much I can earn at the level I'm at, and with the perks in the places I've put them. I think I'll have to wait until I've got more stuff unlocked or on a higher level before it'll then, at some point probably it'll be 100 grand for a 1,000-mile journey. Well, she did well there on braking, so that's not too bad. On a downhill gradient with 17 tons behind me, I got from 50 to 0 in quite a good time. This is definitely going to be one hell of a slow drive there. Twin Falls discovered. Nice. Ordinarily on a journey like this, I would try and cut into as many towns as I can and get loads of discoverables. But I'm barely going to make this in time as it is. And it's going to be a hell of a long drive. So I think I'm probably going to be better off not doing that on this journey. Unless they are like dead in front of me like Twin Falls was. And I have to drive through them. I'm just going to ignore unlockables for now, I think. Because I've got to get through. Otherwise, this journey is going to get ridiculously long. This is some nice scenery again. Oops, forgot to change gear. Let's have a look around. Look at this scenery. This is, again, it's still flat, but it looks good. You know, and the poles, the telegraph poles are adding to it, and you've got the mountains off in the distance. Mountains behind us. It looks really nice. That long kind of straight road. Now that's a scene that you'd expect to be America. Just mountains off in the distance, a big long straight road in front of you. That's just completely all by itself and alone in the middle of nowhere. Boy, that sun's coming up too. Helps if I can keep the truck straight. I think this might be a good place for a screenshot, you know. Let's do that. Let's get over to the photo studio and get into photo mode. I think with that sun coming up in the distance there like that, I really want to get, I suppose we could do the, yeah, like that. Let's get field of view on. And, oops, wrong one. That looks nice. Get rid of the blur transition. There we go. That's fixed all the blur along the tops of the hills there. So, I think that looks nice. Very nice indeed. Beautiful. And this is some nice terrain and scenery as well. And it fits with this kind of dusty, sand-ruined road, I guess you could call it. Oh, that reminds me, there's another mod that I haven't put on yet, but I'm going to, which is the weather fixes mod. But not only does it make your weather and environment look quite nice, but you get these big fog banks that you drive through, and in the deserty areas you get these massive sandstorms as well. I don't know if it works in conjunction with like Mexican and Coast to Coast, so I don't know if it's going to give me, oh damn it, I didn't see the speed limit change. That's not good. Still, at least they didn't fine me much. Oh look, 888 miles. Not as much as they used to, and it was like $1,000 every damn fine. But yeah, anyway, as I was saying, I don't think the I don't think they give you, well, I'm not sure if it works in conjunction with the map mods. I don't think it will put like sandstorms and fog banks in mod areas. I'm not sure though. It's not 100%. I don't know. It's something I'll have to look into. And my new wheels looking good. Oh, those two just had an accident back there. Oh dear. I'm really racing this guy. I want to win. I'm probably going to crash into something. Whoa, what are you doing? Gee, what's he think he's doing? Why didn't he stop? What the hell? The A's normally stop. They see that their lane's ending and they stop. I was next to him. How could he not see me? What an idiot. Jeez, learn how to drive, man. Leaving jackpot. Bye, jackpot. I didn't win anything. Got a crash though. It's only 1% damage. Is that actually on the trailer? Oh, phew. If that had been on the trailer, that wouldn't have been very good. There would be all our profit gone. And I forgot to change gear again. There's a piece from Farming Sim. I'm pretty sure when you get like tractors and things like farm equipment like that on trailers in this game, I'm pretty sure that it's just taken straight out of Farming Sim, like the model, and then attached to a trailer. Because they are, I know that these machines look like they do in real life, if you see what I mean. But I was going to say, they look exactly the same. Whereas a lot of these machines you can get in different colours in real life, and you can get looking slightly differently, but they are exactly the same as their Farming Sim counterparts, which makes you wonder if they are actually just taking the assets straight out of Farming Sim and putting them in here. Of course, I think I'd probably do the same thing if I'm honest, because it's got to be far easier to take the assets from one game than try and build them yourself. And that's got to be a pain to try and you know, model that yourself. And you want it to look nice, but you don't want to have to go too far into modelling every individual thing that goes onto a trailer, because it's time, so much time taken for something that didn't need to have that time taken, you know. It's by far easier to just go and grab an asset from another game and bring it into this one. I'm surprised they haven't done something similar with like spin tires, because you can get some really like oversized trailers that have got like military gear on. I know Jazzy Cat's got a military trailers pack. I'm not sure what he's, I haven't seen it since its earlier days, and I'm not entirely sure what he's got on them now, but you could just go and take a model of a vehicle from spin tires and just chuck it on a trailer and put it in the game. I mean, I don't know if there's a level of if that model from another game is rendered in a different engine and is rendered in quite a complicated and detailed way, if that's then going to be too much hassle to put into a mod and bring over to this game. I'm not entirely sure how it works, because I've never made a trailer mod for this game. But I imagine it's a challenge either way you do it, or any way you do it, it's a challenge. You've got to know what you're doing, or at least be willing to make a lot of mistakes in learning, and have lots of spare time. Well, technically you'd have no spare time, because you'd be busy using all your spare time making the trailer mods, but you know what I mean. It's all good. But they are certainly very skilled. A lot of the people that make these, like the really top end trailer mods, are very skilled. A lot of work goes into them, and you can tell there's a lot of care and attention put into making them, which is nice, you know. It's always good to put the effort in. It's always good when you see someone putting effort in. Damn it! I saw the lights start to flash and I stamped on the brakes. Oh. I am so badly damaged right now. There goes all my profit for this journey. And did that do anything to the trailer? Yep, loads of damage on the trailer. Well, I know it's only 4%, but that's enough. They'll reduce my pay by about 10 grand just for the damage on the trailer. They don't care about truck damage, but the repair costs are going to eat into any profit I make. So I'm basically now doing this journey for free. God damn it. And I can't use the thing anymore to see how fast I'm going. Which means I have to read the gauge down there. I prefer the digital one. Oh great, that's the noise I wanted to hear. Well, I can still go in 10th. See if there's any towns coming up. I can't do the whole journey with the broken truck. There's no mechanics in Ely, or Eli. Whatever you want to call it. Vegas is coming up. God, we've still got so far to go. There's nothing in Pioche. I'm guessing that's how you say that. There's just Vegas. So, we're going to have to head there. And I think, just because I don't want there to be any issues, I'm going to pull in for fuel in Pioche. And I'm going to pull into the mechanics. in Vegas. And then after that, I'm sure I'll make it a Prim okay. After that, just to be sure, I'm going to pull into... I'm going to pull into the fuel stop as well.